Hi, I'm Jason. I'm not really a YouTuber, but there were some things that I was looking for on YouTube that I couldn't find in relation to the lights for my kitchen, just various kinds and how to mount them and what you would be able to achieve using them that I just didn't find information about. So I decided I'm going to do a little recording of this. We'll see if it actually makes it onto YouTube or not, but here we go. Okay, here is my kitchen. So I have 9-foot ceilings. This is our dining area over here. I think it started life as a breakfast nook, but that's what it is now, because this one over here is our sitting room, kind of a second living area. Here is the lighting situation in my kitchen. This house was built in 2002, I believe. And it had a pendant light over the sink here, and it had a ceiling mount light up in the air there, and then there's the one over the breakfast nook area there. And that was it. We had one big light for the kitchen, and we had one light for the sink. My dog needed out. There's me letting my dog out. Okay, so I built all these cabinets. I built them from scratch, from maple and maple plywood. They're all, well, I took them all the way to the ceiling. It had builder grade golden oak in it before. I built the vent hood. I vented that to outside. I have a few videos showing little parts of that. Built all new doors for down here, although I did not build all new cabinets for down here, just matching doors. I just let that dog out. She's already scratching to get back in. You want to go say hi to her? Okay, let's do it. There she is. You could check the timestamps. I think that was about 30 seconds. Didn't want out after all, huh? That's the one who rules the roost in our house. Hey, puppy. Yeah. Okay. So what I want is a lot more light. We put in this pendant here because it's pretty and we wanted kind of a, well, little jewelry for the kitchen. But it doesn't give as much light as the big LED wafer that used to be up there. And that big LED wafer didn't really give all that much light anyway. When I did the cabinets, I did these under counter lights, which are just LED strips. I tucked them way under there. You can't see them unless you're really up under there. They don't really reflect too much on the countertops. They give good light for working over here. The vent hood lights illuminate the stove well enough. I'd like to have brighter ones. I'll figure that out another day. And this is really the worst area. So even with this one on and this one on, this area is pretty dark to work in. I actually have all the other lights in the area on. We wouldn't normally have those like that. I just have them on for working. So let you see what that looks like if the camera really captures it. Yeah, I don't want to be cutting with a knife right here. It's just not useful to me because there's not enough light for it. That's the really dark spot. Then we kind of want to highlight the cabinets, since we did do, custom cabinets that all the way up to the ceiling. We want to cast some light on those and kind of give them some drama. And then the island, when you've got this light at full brightness, it's very usable. It's good. That said, if I'm standing here, that light is kind of in the top of my vision and not great. If I'm bent over, it's okay. But we use our kitchen a lot. We cook pretty much every meal, and we just want a lot of extra light in here. So the plan is to put some cans here, 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 here. So centered on each bank of cabinets. And then one to illuminate the vent hood. And I've got it spaced out that far because any closer in, and it makes the vent hood cast a pretty significant shadow on the cooktop. So with it placed right there, it's the shadow line for the cooktop comes to like right here. So usable area is fully illuminated by all the other lights in the room and doesn't get a lot of shadow. Now, I have in here some bulbs that are really cool. These are dim to warm Edison bulbs, and I'll show you how those work. I've been changing out switches. These are all smart switches from Casa, TP-Link Casa, and these are dimmer smart switches, so I can control them with Google. But these bulbs, as you dim them down, they dim in brightness, but they also dim to a nice warm glow. Instead of just being dimmer, they really change the color of the light in the room. And that's nice for evening, but also not so useful here. And I kind of like this as the way the light would look all the time. But I need more light here for that. So I'm also going to put a can light. I'll back up a little bit and try and point to it. So I'm going to put a can light about right there, and on the other side facing down onto the island from each side. So it'll illuminate the island, but it won't illuminate the fixture. And since I'm bringing them in at an angle, they should, well, they should do exactly what I want and illuminate the island, but not the fixture. So I can leave the fixture pretty, glowing when I'm still using the room and have good light here. So the other down lights here, these can lights, I'm actually not putting one there, I've decided, will illuminate this work surface, which is already pretty bright from the under counter lights. But it's also going to illuminate all of this, which is really quite dark. And then this one, let's see if we can get rid of that glare. Nope, can't get rid of that glare. This one is also on a dimmer. It's my sink light, and here's the dimmer for that one. So as I dim that down, we get rid of some of that bright light there. Still pretty usable at the sink. Illuminates it pretty well. But I use this one a lot for this space. I sit there, we read, we do our Bible study here in the evening, and we'd like to be able to continue to use that one as kind of a light for this corner because we don't have any lamps in this room besides the two wall sconces, and I don't like having that on. So the plan is here, 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 here. And then this is actually not quite in the right spot. I need to put a plumb bob in to find the right spot. It's actually going to be there. So it's going to be centered on this part. I know that was a useless shot. Centered on this part of the island, the part in between the two angles. And now I'm going to put another one centered on this square. So about right here. And leave the one over the sink where it is. Not going to do anything over here. Just there's a trash can and that's it. It's not a useful space. So that is the plan for lighting for this room. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lights. And then I'm also going to change this one to a dim to warm so I can do that with it for the evenings. So that's the plan. I'm going to stop this video here and then I'm going to take a look at what I have here. Now what the heck? No, YouTube likes 10-minute videos, right? So we'll stop it here. We'll come back with another one. Ha ha.